Hi guys, this is Rajat Vikram Pradhan and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Hi guys, this is Rajat Vikram Pradhan. I welcome you all to today's class. So today we are going to explore grammar and today's topic is prepositions, right? So let's get started with some examples. See, here we have a picture of a man sitting on a chair. So a man is sitting on a chair. So in this sentence we have two nouns. The first noun is man and the second noun is chair. So can you guess which word here shows the relation in between both of these nouns? Well, if your answer was on, then you guessed correct. That is the correct answer and you win 0 rupees. Here the word on shows relation in between the word man and a chair. So if I ask the question, where is the man sitting with respect to the chair? The answer is on top of it, or the man is sitting on the surface of the chair. Let us move to another example. So here we have a picture of a dog which is sleeping under the table. So I can say a dog is sleeping under the table. So again, in this sentence, which is the noun? The word dog is the noun and so is table. So again, which word here shows relation in between the dog and the table? Yes, the answer is under. So in both the sentences, the word on and under shows relation in between man, chair and dog and table. So with that in mind, let us move to the definition of preposition. So what is preposition? A preposition is a word that indicates the relationship between a noun and other words of a sentence. So if you don't have amnesia and you still remember what we learned a little while ago, I told you that on shows relation in between man and chair. The word man here is a noun and the other words, which means chair, is also a noun in this sentence. Similarly, the word dog is a noun and it shows relation. The word under shows relation with the other word table. See, so we can also say that a preposition shows the position of an object with respect to another object. See, let me give you an example. See, if your friend says to you that my friend is jail, does that make sense? I mean, it feels wrong, does not it? Now see, add this tiny little word into the sentence, in. Now does that make sense now? Yes, it does. It still sounds wrong because your friend is in, the friend of your friend is in jail, but the sentence makes sense now, doesn't it? So we can conclude that, see, from this example we can conclude the importance of preposition in a sentence. So let's move to types of preposition. So what are the different types of preposition? So we have basically 3 types of prepositions: prepositions of place, prepositions of time, preposition of direction. So in prepositions of place we have in, on, at, above, below, along, across, etc. and there are many more. So in today's class we are only going to cover preposition of place. So let's move to preposition of place. So prepositions of place and position. So prepositions of place and positions are those words which are used to indicate the location or position. So means these words tell where is one object located with respect to another word. With that, let's move to the first preposition of place and position, in. Here we have a picture of a cat in a box. cat is in the box. So where is the cat? The cat is in the box. In is used to indicate the location of a thing or a person inside a limited area. So the box is a limited area. The cat is inside that limited area. The cat is in the box. Moving to the next sentence. Here you can see a cat is in the room. See, again, room is a limited area. The cat is in that room. It is within the boundary of that room. So that's how in functions. Now let's move to on. Where do we use on? See, on indicates the position of something on a surface. Here we have a pineapple which is on a table. So we can say that a pineapple is on the table. Here this thorny looking pineapple, it is on the table. The lower part of pineapple touches the upper surface of the table. The next example. Here we have a beautiful monkey on a man. We can say the monkey is on the man. Here the word on is a preposition which says that the monkey is on the surface of the man. With that, let's move to at. So where is at used? At is used to indicate where. It denotes a small specific place. Like for example, like we are talking a railway station, we are talking school, we are talking a cinema, we are talking a shop. We use at in those places. Here we have a picture of Mr. Bean at the cinemas. He is certainly not enjoying the cinemas, but he's at it. So Mr. Bean is at the cinema, or we can say he's at the theater. So here the word at speaks that Mr. Bean is at the cinema hall. In this next picture we have Mr. Bean. He's at school. Mr. Bean is at school. It would be certainly fun having Mr. Bean as a teacher in a school. So here the word at shows that Mr. Bean is at a specific area. Now let's move to above. Where do we use above? We use above when something is at a higher level than something or somebody. It means that, see, if something is on a it is not exactly touching it, but it is on a higher level. Like see, the sun is not exactly on top of the cloud, but it is at a level higher than the clouds. So we can say the sun is above the clouds, right? Similar to it, this woman, she is looking at an aeroplane which is flying above her. So we can say the woman is, or let's say the aeroplane is flying above the woman, or it is flying above the airport. It is flying above basically everything. Now the exact opposite of above is below. Below indicates lower level. I did not have a good picture, so I doodled something. Here the small man, a man, is below the fan, the ceiling fan, right? So the man is on the floor, the fan is at a level higher than him. So we can say the man is below the fan. Similarly, here the pumpkins are at a lower level than the clock. So we can say the pumpkins are below the clock. Moving on, we have along. Where do we use along? We use along when something is moving side by side to something. Here the man and the dog are moving along the road. They are moving on the road, they are moving with the road. That's why we use along. We use along when we are moving with the road. Here the road is built along the river. The river flows and the road is constructed to the side of it. Now the opposite of along is across. Across is used when you move from one side to another side. So we can say the bridge is built, across the river. Here the bridge moves from this side to this side. Similarly, here this doodle, this man, he is moving from one side of the road to the other side of the road. So we can say the man is moving or walking across the road. Okay, well, let's move to the next example. Between. Here this dog which looks similar to Scooby-Doo. Here between, we use between when we are talking about an object which is in between, which is in the middle of two persons, places or things. Remember, between is used when when something is in the middle of only two people. If something is in middle of more than two people, then we use among. See here, dog is among the people, but here the dog is between the two people. Or let us say we can give them some names, like let us say this one is Rohit and this one is Ankit. So we can say the dog is in between Rohit and Ankit. Now among is used when there are more than two or more people, like there are four people and the dog is in between them, is among them. Correction. So with that we'll conclude today's chapter. Prepositions of time and preposition of direction I'll be discussing in the new videos. So until then,